Sorry I was a little late. I got stuck in traffic and it was raining pretty hard here, so people were going really slow.
No problem. It happens, man.
Final question: is this a Dragon of Tyranny or Elemental Evil expedition?
This is a Tyranny of Dragons expedition. I wanted to hold off before running any of the Elemental Evil ones because right now there are only 4 Elemental Evil expeditions available, and 2 out of the 4 are level 5 through 10. So there's really only like 2. Actually, I guess counting the intro, there's 3. There's 3 available expeditions for low level. So really, I mean, you would blaze through those in 3 weeks, and then we would be recycling back to the old ones anyway. So I figured I'll run all of the Tyranny of Dragons ones. So I'm gonna start over and go from the first one, because I started halfway through because a bunch of people had already played the older ones, but now we got new players, so I'm gonna start over with those. But I'm also gonna run the higher level ones alongside that for the people who have level 5 characters.
The first one is really only for level 1 and 2 characters, isn't it? You can't join with level
Correct.
3. Okay.
Sweet. So, wait, those are for the Elemental Evil ones?
Yeah, for
Level
Elemental
2?
Evil, there are only 2 expeditions you can play if you're higher than level 2, but below level 5.
Okay.
So I wanted to hold off before running those until at least next month.
Alright,
Just
and
so that we
second
get-
thing,
Yep.
favors that I gain in Tyranny of Dragons can't apply to my Elemental Evil character, right?
I'm not entirely sure about that. I haven't really looked at the Elemental Evil adventures, so I can't say for sure.
Because I got one in Elemental Evil that probably wouldn't make any sense in Tyranny of Dragons. I don't know if that's important.
if it says anything about Maulmaster, then probably not.
So Mulemaster things are probably exclusive to Elemental Evil?
Most likely. I don't think Maulmaster matters at all in... because I don't think anything references Flan in the new ones either, so that's possible that's probably correct.
Alright. Yeah, I had no idea how Story Origins worked. All I knew is need to be Elemental Evil in order to get Elemental Evil spells. Or at least learn them naturally.
Or the races.
Yeah, that too.
Except they forbade us from being birds.
Because they're overpowered.
It's not so much that they're overpowered, it's that being able to have flying at level 1 just complicates...
It's overpowered.
It complicates stuff more than it should, and yeah, it is also overpowered in some situations.
You grapple someone, you lift them as high as you can fly, and drop them.
All open space fights with enemies who don't have ranged weapons are over at this point normally, if you can
Yep.
fly.
Honestly, I didn't like the decisions to add them as a playable race. What's next? Fish people? Are we going to be able to play Sagwagins?
Yeah, but we can water to Nazi.
Yeah, but that's a genie. It's still hefty.
Just wait for next session, we have Warforged.
Warforged, it's too bad we can't play Eberron, because I do have a few characters that are Warforged and whatnot. The Changelings, though, oh my god, terrible.
I would love a Living Forgotten, or not Living, a Living Eberron campaign. That would be amazing.
That would be nice.
Is everyone here?
Yep. I'm
Yeah,
I'm opening the adventure on my laptop. Because
I have 2 tokens.
while streaming, I don't want to.
Should I just assume that the other one's a Simulacron?
Wait, what?
Oh, I can't
Where-
guess that.
Where's your second token? I only see
It's
one.
right next to me.
Now it's gone.
I don't know.
My
what you're talking about.
Simulacron! No!
I still don't have the help bar.
You have to put that in yourself.
Yeah,
But I
health
can't
bar,
see it on-
you
Oh,
change
never mind.
use
I
the
can see
green bar, because that's generally what everyone's been using. If you don't set a maximum, the bar won't show up. So you have to actually set a maximum.
Hey Robert, can you see my
missing a
character
token?
sheet?
I can see everyone's character sheet. Who's talking?
This would be Keith. Grant is the character sheet. Can you open it
Yeah.
to me? Because I can't see my own.
Character sheet.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. I,
Six
for
of
whatever
us?
reason, it didn't give you editing rights when you imported it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just became a subscriber, so I'm
It
learning.
does that whenever anyone imports for some reason. You'd assume that it
Good
would
to know.
automatically find the person that imported it and then give them rights to it. Nope. It only gives it to the DM.
Yep. Does anybody not have editing rights for their character sheet?
Nope. I got rights to both my guys.
Well, hello to everybody first. And a total rookie question. Which one of all the tokens is mine?
Whichever one you can control. I think I gave you this big dude wearing the black armor with an axe.
From left to the right, which one?
It's this one here. I'm moving it around. I gave you ability to control that one.
This is why having a custom token is the best.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, there's 6 of us. Sweet.
Yes. 7. Don't you dare forget Vegeta Jr.
Is he still 10 gold a pop?
Yep. And he died in my
Oh.
last campaign too. But that one's Nappa. This one's Vegeta Jr.
It's a fiendish owl now, isn't it? With the red eyes.
It's always been a fiendish owl.
Just don't call him Krillin and he'll stay alive for a while.
That's the next one.
He's gonna instantly die.
God.
Well, at least Krillin always come back.
Just name it
Very
Goku and it
true.
won't die.
But if I named it Goku, it would have to be like a golden owl. Maybe when I get a Simulacron. Maybe.
All right. I'm pretty sure some people here played Scroll Thief. Did anyone here play that one?
I
Yes.
have.
Unless you know the expedition by the actual term, I don't think I would
It'd be
remember.
DDEX 1-6. It was the first one I DM'd. It was like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
No.
Nope.
I think we joined right after that. We're from the marsh, me and Vane anyway.
Okay, Jeremy Sternwood was in there. It sounds like.
I've done it. Grant.
Grant also. Okay.
Well, this is my first AL game.
Welcome to the small community of AL Online.
Same here.
Does anyone have noble background?
No
Nope.
way.
My character technically does, but he doesn't at the same time.
Okay,
Mechanically, no. So,
got it. Okay, so Jeremy Sternwood and Grant. Everyone's already in Flan, but you two will be approached by. You are approached by a cloaked, shadowy figure while you're hanging out in a tavern, and he approaches you and at the bar and he says, "I have some information for the two of you."
Who are you?
Yes, who are you and what sort of information?
I'm sorry, 1 second. And so he pulls his hood forward a little bit, or he pulls his hood back a little bit, and he says, "You don't recognize my voice?" And if you remember the name Ellison Behringer, or if you remember his face from the Scroll Thief, he was the guy that you were tracking down, who was a member of the Cult of the Dragon, who you captured and turned into the Black Fist.
Oh, they did not hang you. Nice for you.
He says, I have some information that might interest the two of you. He says, I definitely owe you one for not offing me when you had the chance.
Well, you're very welcome.
He says, I have a contact who's a retainer of House Katarana, he's having a bit of trouble with local caravans entering the city. A local gang of bandits has been hijacking various merchants' stock, and I hear he'll pay good money to find to come to rid this area of the bandits' presence.
Well, sounds like someone should take care of it. Where can we meet him?
He says, yes, you could find him in Podal Plaza, and I would arrange a meeting with him. He will be expecting the two of you.
Oh, very well.
All right, and for everyone else, everyone else through various mercenary guilds and or rumors of work, you will the name will be dropped, Braden Yill of House Katarana, that there's a mercenary contract available, and that you are to seek him out if you wish to have more details. He's located at Podal Plaza.
Podal Plaza.
Which is right there.
We get there and see someone, or is there a announcement?
The point your point of contact is Braden Yill.
Can you tip that out? Thank you.
Alright, as you make your way down to the Podal Plaza, a cold rain falls over the plaza, and a throng of citizens and merchants have gathered before the Stagino Gate in protest of recent banditry and politics that have starved Flan of vital supplies. A line of Black Fist militia is all that stands between them and Vallejo Keep. "Does the Lord Regent fear this wild dog?" A bedraggled citizen yells, a soggy notice clenched in her fist. "Are his hired goons cowed by their own cast-offs?" Her accusations are joined with angry jeers. And as you walk the streets, you see your eyes are drawn to a notable poster that I've just revealed in the handouts section.
Nice.
So you're coming upon a crowd of angry, disgruntled citizens and a line of Blackfist militia guards holding them back from the keep.
And we're supposed to meet the contact somewhere in here, or is that beyond the guards?
What's this commotion about?
Well, they're hungry.
Well, so you're basically the Podal Plaza is here, and you're seeing all this commotion. Like the people are gathering right around here. The gate is here, so basically there's like a line of guards right here, and a crowd of people are just like crowding.
We're
this
invited
area.
to this area, though, right?
Right. No, you're invited. It's in the Podal Plaza is what you're looking for, and you're seeing this because you're walking through. And you're just seeing this scene unfold where it's
I kind of want to investigate and see what's going on.
I go to like one of the citizens and ask what's going on. What's this commotion about?
Yeah, I want to try to find Brayden.
They say for weeks these lawless hoodlums have been stealing our supplies. We can't make ends meet when we keep losing our our inventory on these on our shipments to a majority of our shipments to Flan have been hijacked by these bandits, and the Lord Regent refuses to act. He's turned his back on the citizens of Flan, and then others join in with equally
Daniels asks,
equally
are there no
equally
guards?
negative sounding. What's that?
Are there no guards guarding these caravans?
We're left to our own whatever we can afford to pay for ourselves. The city will not help. The city will not assist, even though it is their duty.
Why is it their duty?
These lands are under the command of the Lord Regent of Flan. Yet he lets these lawless bandits roam his fields unabated, and as one of them is explaining what's going on to you, something soft and stinking flies through the air and splatters on one of the guards' armor. He and the others charge forward, cudgels drawn, and the plaza erupts into a chaos. Mobs form, turning on one another, and a covered merchant wagon nearby.
I'm just going to do the Peter Griffin, where he just melds into the bush and just back away into an alley.
All right. So you see five. You see a group. You see a small group of about five. Five locals are. They're kind of closing in on this merchant's wagon. He says, "These goods are going to waste. Let us take them off your hands." And they start moving in on the merchant, and he cries out, "Help! Help!"
Can I get between them and the merchant?
Yes, you would have no trouble with that.
I would like
it's
to get
pretty close
behind
to you.
them if he's getting in front of them.
I'm going to
Does
stand
everyone
behind
hear
him with
the
the
cry
spell
for help?
readied. With my firebolt ready.
Okay. So I think Sind said he's holding a firebolt. Jeremy is moving in front of them, and somebody was moving behind.
Grant's moving behind them with the hand on his hilt.
Okay.
I have my firebolt ready in case any hostile action is taken against, I believe it's Jeremy who's standing in front.
Yep.
I would
Alright.
move to the front also.
Any hostile action taken against him is my trigger.
Well, if I heard the cry for help, I just turn, raise my hands to the sky and scream, "Hey! Stop that! Let him go!"
Also when I'm stepping in front now. Okay. New map.
Yeah, we should. Let's see what the position
Alright.
is.
So this map doesn't have a whole lot of space on the upper side, so we'll say that they're approaching from the south. So
The south. would
Jeremy,
be-
go ahead
Oh,
and put yourself here, and then wherever anyone else wants to put themselves. Alright, so you guys kind of casually go and sort of try to surround them to kind of give yourself an advantage. And so Jeremy steps right in between them,
Yeah,
and the one in front says, "Step aside. We were here first. Go find your own."
I said, go home or you'll regret it. And to make my point, in my formerly empty hands, I suddenly summon my weapon. That one step forward and you will regret it for the rest of your life.
Okay, make a charisma intimidation check. So what does your weapon have anything special about it? Is it just you just summon it out of the air? Well, what is it?
It's a pole arm. I just summoned it out of the thin air. Hopefully that impresses him already.
And what's your patron?
A great old one. So it's seems, let's say, how as is the shaft is moving if it's a living tentacle.
So okay, so yeah, you open you open basically a hole in reality, and like black transparent tentacles start coming out of it, and like your sword comes out, and then you stand poised ready to attack, and these guys are kind of stagger back, and he's like, "What the hell are you?" And they're like, "All right, well, you can have it. You can have this one. There's plenty of other. You know what? Let's go, guys. This is just." He kind of stutters, and then the other guys, he looks behind him, and the other two were already like running away, like while he's sitting there talking to you. So, and then he looks behind him, and these guys are like, "Oh crap!" And they all kind of scatter.
I would like to try to attempt to catch one. Did you say these guys looked like bandits, or were they guards?
They look like they
Aren't
look
they
like they
rioting
were like
civilians?
regular townsfolk who were part of the crowd.
Okay. I'll still like to stop one of them to question them if possible, grab him as they're running by.
Okay, who was that?
This is Grant, so right here.
Right here? Okay. So, make a strength athletics.
Nice.
So I just like clothesline a guy that's like running by.
Okay, yeah, you grab one before the other ones. They all sort of scatter, and then they're lost in the crowd, and there's like a riot going on, so they kind of slip through, and you catch one of them though before he gets away.
All right, I'm gonna grab a hold of his collar and sort of try to lift him off the ground a little bit. Be like, "Why are you trying to steal from your neighbor? You're a citizen here. What is this?"
He says, I was just going along with I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean it. It's really hard to make ends meet with the recent hardships. You know, it's. I mean, I didn't really have a choice, and he's trying to justify it with
Yeah, so I stare him directly in the eyes and ask him, so you've not done this before, have you?
No, I didn't even want to do it. He just the my my buddy just said follow me. You know, we're gonna take what we're gonna take what's rightfully ours. And I mean I kind of thought that maybe we shouldn't, but I don't know. It just I don't want to go. He's not the kind of guy I'd want to cross, you know?
Well, what's your buddy's name and where can we find him? As if he's been doing this to other people, we need to know.
I kind of just want to go over and see if the merchant's okay.
Yeah, he seems okay.
False intricate.
But yeah, he says his name is Fodel. I don't know where you can find him though. He's he's all over the place. But I can help. If I see him, I'll report him to the Blackfist if you just let me go.
I sort of let out a sigh and realize this guy's not going to help us too much, and set him down gently and brush him off, and let him go.
Okay, and then he scurries away, and you've presented an adequate show of force in this area, so while the mob is actually rioting off in the probably a little distance away from you, your show of force they're not really coming in your area. They see that you're protecting this caravan, and that you're very well armed and armored, and they're not, so they're not even gonna mess with you. Like you're not sporting cudgels like the Blackfist. You guys have full on bladed weapons, and it's and
Magic?
and magic. Like they see you they see fire arcing from your hands and stuff, and they're like, yeah, we don't want any of what you're serving.
Alright, well, that takes care of that. Let's go back to getting our contract.
I'll ask the merchant if he knows of a Brandon Yale. We were supposed to meet him before all this commotion started happening.
And he says, why yes, that's me. I'm Braden Yill, retainer of House Cadorna. And who might you be?
I'm Grant Greystone, and these are my adventuring partners. I'll let them introduce themselves. Or not.
Splendid. I've been expecting you. You're here to assist me with our with the banditry problems on the road.
Yes. That is why we're here. We are the mercenaries.
Yes, we heard there was a contract available to protect you from these gangs of bandits roaming.
Yes.
Our good friend, whatever his name was, Isol, sent us to you.
Yes, they've been increasing their activity as of late. See, it's rather unfortunate, really. Normally we wouldn't even we would minimize trade on inland routes anyway, but the recent storm season has made sea travel less hospitable, and we've been forced to use the Iron Route, which is historically a very dangerous road that skirts the northern coast of the Moon Sea, and as expected, we've lost numerous caravans to a local band of highwaymen known as the Grey Patriots.
Grey Patriots. Well,
And is it that Sand Krulek, the leader that we've seen posters for? Is that correct?
San Krulek, that is correct. He escaped. He was captured by the Black Fist and somehow escaped from their custody. And they've been trying to track him down and bring him to justice ever since.
Yeah, those Black Fists are pretty incompetent, so I could totally see that happening with, their past history.
Quick question, Rob.
Yep.
The contract, right? I'm guessing we got on a wanted board or like a letter.
Yeah, there's a handout I revealed in the. It's underneath where your characters are,
Okay.
and there's a wanted poster for him. He says yes. He was given a trial and everything, and he was sentenced to hang for plotting against the Lord Regent, and just before his sentence could be carried out, he escaped.
Do you know if it was like a breakout situation where they infiltrated? Was it an inside job?
I believe he was broken out by his colleagues of the Grey Patriots.
Gotcha.
But there has been some other rather troubling news lately. I have heard rumor that other gangs of bandits have been secretly negotiating on banding together rather than fighting amongst themselves, but allying amongst themselves against the Lord Regent, which would significantly hinder our operations in this area. As
What are the bandits? What are their names?
These ones are a little eccentric, is the word I would probably use. These are a legion of kobolds, which are led by a dragonborn who calls herself. She calls herself the Chosen of Tiamat.
Quite the title.
Quite.
Syndicate. Have you? Oh my God, Syndicate! Is it her?
It is!
Oh.
What?
I don't know if you want to take this job anymore.
I don't know.
Have you run across this Chosen of Tiamat before, friends?
Yes, please
She's
share
a
the
blue dragon.
information.
It was a dragon wormling. I had our contacts up north said that one of the dragon wormlings of the blue dragons in or was it? Syndicate, remember? Was it somewhere in the Nether Mountains?
I believe so.
I mean, I don't know if we can take this job.
Fighting an actual dragon. It's kind of above any pay grade you could offer us.
This is but a dragonborn, not a dragon.
Perhaps they may look like that, but dragons do tend to have the magic of shapeshifting.
I do not know about that.
I know. Yeah, I
would
sort of look
I
at
would
you
defer
very
to
confused.
you on that subject, as I am not well educated in that field of study. I just know what I've heard.
Dare question a wizard in the arts of the arcane and knowledge of mystic beasts?
Yeah. But that's cool.
All I'm saying is this sorcerer is no sorcerer but a dragon.
Well, we can slay a dragon. Are you scared?
I did
I
it
am.
before.
But I may have a lead for you in this endeavor. Recently, a merchant caravan owned by House Sokal was ambushed They were ready for the attack, however, and they drove off the bandits. But they also managed to capture one, and after which they sold to the Grimshackle brothers, as they didn't trust in, as they rightfully so did not trust the integrity of the Blackfist to carry out his sentence, or her sentence. This outlaw was sold to the Grimshackle brothers, which are a pair of ne'er-do-wells who run a prison a ways up the river. Outlaws. This is not your typical prison. What they do is they ransom off the people who are brought in. They ransom them off to whoever will pay the highest price. And they care not who they sell to, whether it be the law of the land or criminals who have happened to amass enough wealth to pay their exorbitant fees.
Is this legal?
I wouldn't. I would say it's. I would say that it is legal to a point, as the Lord. When there are certain high-profile targets, the Lord Regent of Flan has been known to negotiate with these two for their release into his custody. It would probably put too much of a strain on Flan's resources to conquer this prison and take it over for the and take it and put it under Flan's jurisdiction.
Well, if the city can take it, we shouldn't try it.
But yeah, yes, you should speak to this captured outlaw. He is likely the best to lead you to Krulik, and he may have information about this dragonborn sorcerer that calls herself the Chosen of Tiamat.
Sounds like a plan to me. What do you all say?
Yeah. I agree.
Still say it's a blue dragon. You all might not believe me, but it's the truth.
He
I'm
says,
with the
Starfinder
"Splendid,
said.
splendid." I will escort you to the compound, and House Cadorna would definitely make it worth your while. We are, but let me just make sure we're all on the same page here. This contract is to. We are looking to end operations of these two bandit groups in this area. To do that, we have identified the most effective way would be if you cut off the head of the snake and the body dies along with it. So we are looking for the two bandit leaders, the two leaders of these two bandit groups, the Grey Patriots and this Chosen of Tiamat.
What is
and
the
we will pay you,
bounty on the Chosen of Tiamat's head?
we will pay you 75 gold pieces for each of these bandit leaders that you bring to justice.
The Chosen of Tiamat double that bounty. For we are truly fighting a blue dragon.
We will need spell
Yeah, and-
components
Need to
specific
prepare
to.
to fight this dragon.
And the wanted
Okay,
poster says 100
all
gold
the double-
pieces, not 75.
Okay, make a charisma persuasion.
Can I just be helping Bane on this since we're both trying? Yes, I do. 1 second. I'm also going to cast this on Bane before he makes his roll.
Okay.
Spellbook.
Okay. He
So,
says, yes, you make a valid point. This is a rather dangerous endeavor.
At the very least, I'll cover the spell components I would need to banish the dragon.
yes.
He says, very well. I'd say the best I could really go is a 200 gold bounty for both of these leaders brought to justice. But if you only get one, I will unfortunately only be able to afford you 75 gold pieces.
But
So
doesn't the
the-
Wanted poster shows the 100 gold pieces?
That's to the Knights or the Black Fist are requesting 100 gold pieces.
He says, my offer is in addition to whatever the local authorities may be offering. As I am aware that they may be offering their own bounty. I care not I care not whether you kill them or if you bring them into the custody of the Black Fist, so long as they are brought to justice to pay for their crimes. I would pay you in addition to whatever bounty they are offering.
That sounds agreeable to me.
It sounds extraordinarily agreeable. However, I really hope we do not die trying to take down this blue dragon.
Hope someone had silence prepared for today. Just saying.
Who in our group could even learn such magics?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Do not worry, I have banishing magic.
Yes.
So, I guess I'll ask the Braden when he wants to set out towards the prison, if there's no one else in this town that he thinks could help us.
Okay.
I agree. However, can we stop and buy things along the way?
Yes, you sure can. You're in Flan, so you have access to any items from the player's handbook and any spellcasting services from the Adventurers League guide. Also, before you leave, Braden, he imparts to you. Now, House Cordorna has lost a small fortune to the bandits, but nothing compares to losing the heart of Myth Dranor, the symbol of the house's loyalty to the Lord's Alliance. If you should find this priceless icon symbolizing our allegiance to the faction, you would earn great favor with our house for its return.
What would get us great favor?
If you happen to find during your investigation, if you happen to find the heart of Myth Dranor, which is it is a symbol of House Cadorna's loyalty to the Lord's Alliance, and it would be greatly appreciated, and we would definitely make it worth your while if you were to recover it.
Of course, certainly anything for the Lord's Alliance.
Is this
I ask him
item-
for a small description so I know what I'm looking for.
Yes, it's a gold and emerald necklace, and he gives you a
I
description
see.
of it.
Is this item famous, or is it like known?
It is famous among the lordship and the and House Cadorna. Anyone in House Cadorna or familiar with heraldry or connected
sort of bounty
to
do you think they
nobility
would reward
would
us?
know what this is.
What sort of reward do you assume that they might be able to offer us?
For the Lord's Alliance, I will accept no reward.
Unfortunately, I am not so generous. I do need payment for my time.
Well, something will be worked out afterwards, I suppose.
Well, the Lord's Alliance, some would say that gold is not the most valuable reward you could get from the Lord's
Agreed.
Alliance.
Quick question, Rob. As a Centarium, would I know like the monetary value of such a necklace or its significance? Since I'm searching for power.
You know that it would
Well?
you know that it could be a valuable bargaining chip between for negotiations between the factions. So you could definitely see it as a very valuable piece to either if you were to acquire it and return it and gain favor among the Welcomers and the Zentarum with the Lord's Alliance, or depending on how you want to do it, or hold it to negotiate like more favorable whatever makes sense to you is probably a good idea.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I nod.
And apparently Braden Yill let me see. Okay, so yeah, apparently it says in the adventure that House Cadorna is a reference to an organization from the Pool of Radiance PC game from like 20 years ago. If anybody didn't know that, I didn't know that.
I didn't
Definitely
know,
didn't
and I
know
don't
that.
know its relevance.
There's like a really old like DOS game called the Pool of Radiance that's set in Flan that apparently this
No
How-
worse than a cleric dedicated to the Reading Rainbow.
But anyway, you are on your way to Grimshackle Jail. It is about a 3-hour trip. So, if anybody has to buy anything before you leave, just go ahead and do that, and just let me know if you want to buy anything. Alright, so you trek along the river for about 3 hours, and fog has rolled in from the sea, which slows your advance to the jail, which is why it takes 3 hours, and you arrive cold and soaked to the bone from the rain and the fog. And Grimshackle Jail clings like a drowning man to the rocky bank of the Stagino River. Rotten timbers sag from the tower's walls, and its outbuildings stand in ruin. Rooks nest in the crenels of the tower's battlements. Broad walls encircle the tower's base, where a large gatehouse exists onto the towpath. A slatted peephole is fitted at human eye level in the stout iron-bound door. And Braden stops a little ways away and says, "And this is where I must part." And he says, "Here, this should ease negotiations, if you know what I mean." And he hands you a small purse with some coins in it.
I nod and take it from him.
And he says, I apologize, but I cannot enter such a wicked establishment of debauchery. I must wait here."
Of course, of course.
Very well.
Suit yourself.
Right. So let's see the features of the jail. You see this tower, and it appears to be dark inside. The few windows that you do see they have bars over them, and it seems pretty dark inside. Like you don't see any light coming from the windows. You see the front door to the jail is made of stout wood and bound in iron. It looks rather sturdy.
I cast light on my hat.
Okay. So yeah, The building is surrounded in a stone wall with crenellations and with a tower in the middle.
I guess.
So
it's time
basically,
to go.
the stone wall surrounds the tower, and the tower goes
Okay.
up. The tower stands.
I send my owl to scout around the building.
You count at least 4 stories to this tower.
Okay.
I guess we'll make our way to the gate then. It's closed still, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Is there anything to bang on or a door or something?
There's a big door with a tiny peephole that's it's got like a little slit that's shut. It's kind of like one of those like if you
Like
could
a speakeasy or something?
yeah, it's got like a sliding like a metal sliding panel that you could slide. It's about human eye height.
Alright, so I'm going to bang on that door and wait to see if anyone answers.
I'm going to use
Okay.
prestidigitation to make giggling noises.
All right. Muffled footsteps are heard beyond the door, drawing closer. They pause outside the door, and you hear somebody climbing a creaking footladder. The peephole snaps open, and a pair of glaring eyes confront you. What do you want?
We're here to see a prisoner.
Wait, is the voice human voice or it's something else?
You kind of you. I don't know if you can really tell by the voice, but the voice is a little more. The
Are they
voice is
speaking
is a little more. It's a little more high pitched than you would think of a male adult human.
Weird.
I tell the gnome that we're here to talk to the prisoners.
Talk to the prisoners. Well, if you're here to visit, if you're here to visit if you're here to visit someone, it's 10 gold for a half-hour visit, and
Wow.
10 gold.
don't be coming in here to settle any disagreements you may have had outside of here. These people are under my protection.
I'll check the sack that the Brayden gave us and see how much is in there.
Yeah.
There just happens to be 10 gold pieces in there.
Oh, how convenient.
I'm
gonna try to-
to haggle.
Yeah, I was going
You're
to try
trying
to
to
bargain
haggle
with him. Yeah, I'll be like, 10 gold. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah,
I wanna
10
speak
gold
to
is a
the-
lot of money. I mean, to a commoner, 10 gold would be. I mean, that's insane.
So, yeah, I give him the side eye and be like, 10 gold. That would be like a whole day's worth, if you know what I mean.
Okay, make a charisma persuasion.
You get +3. So 12.
Well, he says, all right, jeez. He says, I'll go no lower than 5 gold, but you better be in and out in a half hour.
Take a look at the party and see if that... Give him the, does that seem okay, guys?
I push Grant aside and speak to the gnome. Do you know who we are?
Says, I don't know who you
It's
are, and
supposed
I
to.
don't care.
We are from House Cordona. We're here to save the town of Flan. If you stop us or obstruct us or slow us down, House Cordona will personally come here and deal with you.
And that's supposed to make me afraid? What is that supposed? Is that supposed to make me concerned for their well-being? What are you getting at here?
I pull my friend away and try to ease the tension here and explain to him, the Lord Regent didn't even bother with these guys. House Cordona's definitely not going to bother with these guys.
Yeah, you step. I mean, he pulls you back, and then you realize, oh, hey, this is a fortress.
So I speak to the person or creature on the other side and say 5 gold will do. I think that'll do.
Okay. All right. He accepts your offer. So you hear climbing down a creaking ladder, and then you hear about 5 locks unlock from the other side of the door. You hear like 5 bolts, and then you hear a bar getting lifted up, and then the door is opened, and you see in front of you a halfling, and you see a halfling, and then you are directed through a courtyard.
And he doesn't care, we go in armed.
No, you can come in armed. He's got armed guards patrolling inside the courtyard as
How
well.
many guards do I see?
You
Alright.
see 2 guards in the courtyard.
Off to see the prisoner, that wonderful prisoner of Oz.
I speak to the halfling in Elvish.
Elvish. What?
Greetings. Does he know Elvish?
You're not inside yet. He's leading you in.
Lead me.
Alright, so he opens this big door and leads you in.
Ye-
And he says, right this way. Actually, he directs you this way. Down here. And you see another halfling chilling here in a chair in front of this door. And he directs you down this way through this door.
I think I can't see my token.
You can't see your token?
I speak in
Um,
Draconic now. And
No,
say,
where you're moving them all, it's all blacked out.
Yeah.
This is
I'm
Grant, by the way.
I'm going to wait by the first door.
Does
I think we should kill the
does
halfling.
everyone have a token on this screen?
I have both my tokens.
Did I forget to copy you?
I'm gonna go ahead and cast guidance on Vane.
Alright, there you are. I don't know what happened there.
ask Syndicate in Draconic, why are you casting guidance on me?
Because I can.
First chance I get, I'm killing the halfling, just so you know. Or at least I'll slap him. I'll slap that halfling for
Well, what the?
disrespect.
I don't know what happened here, but I gotta remove this whole section of wall to open this door. I screwed something up.
I say back to him in Draconic that I'll slap him if he tries.
Okay, there we go.
Well, at the very least, steal the money back if you can.
Okay,
That
there we go.
is okay.
So he directs you up these stairs,
Oh boy.
and I didn't make a ton of levels to this, but he directs you up a few floors to the tower. A cramped spiral staircase punches through the heart of the prison tower. Archways open onto each floor, offering eerie glimpses of dank stone corridors, barred cell doors, and scurrying river rats. Halfway up, you pass a cell door reinforced with iron bars and lengths of chains. Seeing you looking, Bevik simply mutters, "Pirate."
Who does he mutter pirate to?
As you walk by a prisoner's cell, on your way up the stairs, he mutters "pirate" as you walk by one of the.
I just assume that he's
Can I take a
referring to the
glimpse in?
crimes. I want to stop and talk to the pirate.
I forgot to put restrict movement back on. There, that should fix that. All right. You peer into the cell, and this cell looks. It looks a lot bigger than the other cells, but that's because it has been built to contain a minotaur. You see this huge minotaur, he's just sitting on the floor in the corner, and he grunts at you as you walk by.
That Minotaur was a pirate.
Can I pull out my red handkerchief and sort of wave it in his eyesight? My Lord's Alliance red handkerchief.
How close are you gonna be when you do that?
I thought it was just like an eye slit, or this is just like
No,
bars?
these are like cells. This is a specially made cell that. Well, yeah, you can see through a little. That's a steel reinforced door.
Okay,
It's got like the little slit with the bars on it that you can barely see in there.
if his arm cannot get out to me, I'm going to be about that far away and just sort of like wipe away an imaginary tear with my red handkerchief.
So you're doing that in an insulting way, intending to insult him?
Oh yeah, just taunting him. He's a prisoner.
All right. Yeah. He instantly springs to his feet and charges at the door, and you hear a loud slam on the door, but the door doesn't budge.
I just grin and
He
keep
says,
following.
"Ah, I'll kill you when I get out of here."
Can I cast Minor Illusion?
Yeah.
I want to cast me with like a red cape
Inside
on the other side of the door, like on the other side of the wall. We just, taunting him.
And then he charges right through your illusion, and he punches it and tries to gore it with his horns, and he's just going right through it, and he says, "Ah!" And Bevik says, "All right, it's gonna cost you extra if you want to have fun with these guys."
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I just had something in my eye.
He
Don't look at me.
mentions the guy that's casting spells into the thing and
Oh yes,
activating
yes.
the
Make
prisoners.
make him
I'll
pay
take
up.
that as
But,
compensation for
He says
insulting.
if you guys want to mess around, it's gonna cost you extra.
I'll take that as compensation for insulting me back at the gate.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, you know what I mean. As I walk along.
I whispered, just ignore him.
Our halfling has mental
Alright.
issues.
So, as he's escorting you through the compound, you go by probably at least half a dozen guards, and he motions to one of them, and he motions to one of the guards, and the guard is escorting him, and he keeps a crossbow trained on you guys throughout your entire trek through the prison until he takes you to the meeting room.
How well armored are these guards? They like chainmail, splint mail, just various stuff, or is it like a standard standard setup?
They are wearing an assortment of leather armor and leather armor.
All right, good to know.
How old are
Wow.
these?
Oh,
amazing.
and
Later
a
armor.
chain shirt. Some of them are wearing chain shirts and have
Okay.
shields.
How old are these guards? Do they look like young teenagers, or are they like old men?
The majority of them are young adults.
Scrawny, fat, full, like
They look like they're sporting some battle scars.
Okay.
They definitely look like they've
They can fight?
they definitely look like they're weathered and can hold their own in a fight.
Yeah, I'm imagining this place is like a Blackwater private security prison, like the equivalent of Blackwater, like ex-Marines.
I'm pretty sure Blackwater mercenaries would at least be covered in plate mail.
Hey, times are tough back then, you know?
Still, better than leather. At least studded.
It's good to know that, what kind of guards they are. If they're fat, like lazy guards, then I wouldn't have cared.
Okay, so do we make it to the final cell? With the,
Yeah, I really just want to talk to this prisoner at this point.
we'll have
Yeah,
it.
I'm done. I'm just gonna go to the prisoner.
All right, so you come up to this level, and this is where you do your negotiations to speak with the prisoner. And he says, "All right, you've got a half hour and not a minute more." And we'll accept the original agreed upon price of 5 gold pieces for 30 minutes. And he says, "Just sign here." And so you make your price, and he says, "Okay."
All right, sign the
So
name.
he sends a
hand him-
guard. He sends a guard with you to talk to the prisoner.
Come on, prisoner.
All right. And he says, "This way."
Do we stand outside his cell or in it?
No, you can go in. Let me.
Who's
Oh,
this
yeah.
guy?
Just another random dude. But yeah, you can.
It's just a prisoner.
You'll be able to go in if you want.
So just to be sure, this guy is not in armor or anything, right?
No, it's just a half work.
Okay.
Right. The bandit's cell is at the very top of the tower, near a small guard room. Bevik unlocks the door and hands you his lantern. "Half a bell," he snaps. A half-orc clad in filthy rags is held in the cell, lashed to the wall by her wrists and fettered with heavy chains. She winces at you through cold, wet-plastered hair. "You're no jailers," she croaks. "Why are you here?"
Bane's here to pick you up.
"Pick me up." Ha! He's like, we aren't in a tavern, Sonny. Where
Tell
am I
that to
gonna
him.
go?
It was his idea.
Whose idea?
Bane's.
Glare at Syndicate. And I wink at the half orc.
I highly doubt. I highly doubt I'm your type. Because you certainly aren't mine.
Sorry there, little buddy.
Now what are you really here for? Because you sure as hell didn't come to. You sure as hell didn't come to woo a prisoner.
Times are tough for Bane. It could be what we came here for. We are here for information.
Oh? And what sort of information?
Does anyone remember what this prisoner's relevance to us is?
Yes.
The handout might give you a clue.
Yes. We have reason to believe you were working with Sand Krulek. Is that correct?
She spits on the ground. Pugh! I've no loyalty to Sand Krulek, and I can tell you where the bastard is right now. Tell you about that Dragonborn he's at war with, too. But first, you gotta earn it. Get me out of here, or get me a better cell, one where I can see the sky, and then we'll talk.
You do the talking first, and then we may be able to accommodate you with better living conditions.
I am gonna go ahead and clean this entire cell with prestidigitation.
That's only the beginning of what we have to offer you.
There we go. That one can stop my prestidigitation abuse.
She says, "Okay. Well, I can tell you that the gang, that the leaders of both gangs are going to be meeting soon to discuss a truce at King's Pyre, a ruined statue that the Grey Patriots use as their hideout,
Where can
or
we
at
find
least
it?
one of their hideouts. They'll be sailing there on their longship, entering by way of a sea cave."
So what you're telling me is, they're pirates.
You could say that.
I will say that, they're pirates.
Well,
She
do you
says,
know?
I can tell you more, but my conditions are just so horrible, and if you could just get me better meals or at least a bed to sleep on instead of having to sleep chained up in these shackles all day.
Is she dirty?
Yeah, she's filthy. Like she's like there's dust in the air. She can't
Prestidigitation cleaner.
even. All right.
Yeah.
Might take some time, but it works.
I don't care about being clean. I've been shackled to this wall for weeks. I need to sit down. I need a bed and warm and meat, something to fill my gullet.
Is that guard still with us?
Yeah, there's a guard, and you see Bevik is down the hall too. He's in this other room.
I would like to go have a couple of words with them.
Okay.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to offer my blanket that I've obtained long ago at a marsh. It's not bad. I mean, it's from an inn, but
I offer him one of my fayberries in my backpack.
I flavor the fayberries to taste like meat.
Well, you can also offer her the end of her suffering.
Blanket and fayberries that taste like meat.
I'm gonna ask Bevik what will it take to get her some at least temporary better living conditions. Wink, wink.
Says if you want to move her out of the confinement she's in now, let's see. I think I have an opening on the 3rd level that might be a little more accommodating. I have a cell that's got a pile of hay in it, rather disgusting, full of mites, but it's something, I guess. You know, I was saving it for for someone of a little more high profile, like I guess I could sustain the loss if for a meager 20 gold pieces. I could that could be that. I think that would be agreeable. Don't you?
I put my hands on my hip and give him the OU look and be like, Bevik, come on now.
All right. Make a charisma persuasion.
I cast Tensor's floating disc to use as a table for the fayberries that taste like meat.
Or as a ritual, or you cast
Ritual.
it as a spell?
I don't cast things like this with my spell slots. Are you crazy?
Hey, some people want to. And those people are crazy, yes.
Yeah, no way in hell am I giving up a spell slot to do that.
Okay. He says, "All right. Understand. I've got shareholders to answer to, and this is a rather costly operation we have going on here.
I'm also going
but
to
I
use my
suppose I-
precipitation to make my water that I'm serving her taste like wine.
Okay. But he says, all right. I guess I could move her into one of the higher profile prisoner cells for 10 gold pieces, but I can't go any lower. I'll sustain a loss at that rate."
I understand, and I reaffirm, this is only temporary. After
Okay.
today, you can go back to whatever. So, I guess we put her on...
He says, all right. He comes out here and goes to the guard, and he says, all right, transfer her down to cell block 3A or whatever. And he goes up and he says, all right, stand aside. And
We're trying to treat this nice person to a meal. You monster.
stand aside.
Wait.
So he
Vane says, wait.
he comes.
Wait. We're not doing this yet. She has not helped
Eaten
help
the
her
Fey
part
He
of
berry.
the
says,
bargain.
you can see her in her new cell. Just stand aside while we move her. And he calls for another guard to assist
We
him.
haven't gotten our information from her yet.
He says,
God damn it.
you can talk to her when we move her. Now get out of the way. And so they bring her down, and so you go down one more floor. I'm gonna move this guy out of the way here. So you go down one more floor, and there'll be another cell with like the same setup. And
So basically the same room we left.
yeah, I didn't put like 4 floors. The map that they had in the book was just terrible. Like you couldn't.
What?
The map in the book is terrible. This is a map that I stole off Google.
What race is Grant, by the way?
What's that?
What race is Grant?
I'm a half-elf.
You're half elf? I tell him in Elvish. You don't give things before they give it to you.
And
That's not how negotiation works.
All right.
I call him
So
a
she-
dumbass in deep speech.
So she says, she looks around her cell and says, "Wow, this is a little cleaner." And she says, I see a glint of sunshine in the hallway down here from a window. Ah, yes, this is much better." She says, "Okay. Krulek was once a knight of the Black Fist, but he was framed after he arrested an influential noble. Other knights broke him out of Valhavel Castle, and together they turned to banditry to fight back against the merchants. There are 14 outlaws in the gang total, and Krulek has 2 lieutenants, a Talishan berserker called Ruse, and a giant Kalashite called Little Eric. Ruse is blind in her left eye, and Eric believes that he is cursed. A hag once told him that the hoot of a screech owl would foreshadow his death. Krulek also runs with a moon elf archer, Kai Tyven Uviel, who wields a magic bow. All of Krulek's outlanders wear gray hooded cloaks.
So wait, you're telling me that he got arrested for doing his job right?
Yeah.
Aye, that he did. And he was drove to banditry by the merchants of Flan, who he swore to protect.
Insert moral dilemma now.
I speak interconic to my friend Syndicate. We're getting paid 200 gold for this.
Yes, but what could the bandits offer us?
Fair point.
I'm gonna ask
Negotiate
some-
with bandits before we slaughter them.
Yes.
I'm going to ask more about the meeting, and also, do you know the Dragonborn sorceress's name, or why they would be meeting on the Grey Patriots sort of home turf.
Her name, don't we?
The Chosen of Tiamat is her title, but I didn't catch her name.
Oh, you're talking about Jirella. Yeah, she believes herself to be the Chosen of Tiamat. She's dubbed her gang the Claws of Tiamat. They're a band of kobolds that have been they're newcomers to this area. Jirella's wild magic has warped her minions, and they're strange to behold. These mutated kobolds.
Mutated, you say?
Yeah, they take captives from their raids and they sacrifice them to their dark goddess. I mean, we always just put them to the sword, but they would do dark rituals over their captives before slaughtering them.
What's the mutations?
She says it's difficult to put into words.
Do they have wings?
She says one of them. I remember at least one of them had wings.
That's all I care about.
Kobold named Sharak, who's this sorcerer Jirella, second in command, has 2 heads and wings. You can't miss him.
So he has a low AC.
And recently, Sand Krulek received intelligence that Jirella has some terrible monster in her employ.
Drella is the sorcerer?
She's also known to keep a magic book in her wagon, which can dictate messages on command.
So what you're telling me is they have a blue dragon, just like we foretold.
Says I don't have any more information on. All I have is that that there was intelligence that there's a terrible monster in her employ.
She is the monster.
Sorry, Rob. So 14 bandits, 2 lieutenants. Who has the magic bow?
Moon Elf.
There is a moon elf archer, Kai Tyran Uviel. I'll put his name if you're interested.
Because I'm taking out a book and I'm scribing down like the details.
So if you're fans of neither of these, how did you get caught up in all this drama?
That's a good question.
Yes, Vane would definitely like to know how this cute half-orc got captured. Isn't that right, Vane?
Speak interconic. That joke's getting old.
It's not my fault. Other people don't know you.
Why did I still stick with you?
Because at least I don't shoot fire rays at fire mints.
She says, we attacked a caravan that we didn't have sufficient intelligence on, and they managed to overtake us. And most of my compatriots escaped, or rather, they were my compatriots. I don't hold any loyalty to them anymore after they abandoned me.
How did they abandon you?
They left me for. They left me to be captured by these by the caravan's guards, and ran away like cowards.
What was the sound that one person was terrified of again?
Screeching owl.
That can
Yep.
come in handy.
So, if my familiar makes a screech, you'll be terrified.
Quite possibly.
Amazing. Anyway,
Alright.
I'm just gonna ask. They just left you. There's no other pretext to this. They just left you.
As you're negotiating, you hear muffled shouts are heard from somewhere below, and a bell starts clanging, and on the air you catch a telltale whiff of smoke.
I quickly asked her, "Are you sure
and,
they're not coming for you?"
And Bevik runs out of the meeting room and says, "That's the prisoner's alarm! Torm's teeth, that be Walharrow! Quickly, this way! You are in grave danger!
No,
Stick
the
close to
Minotaur
me!"
is for you. Yeah.
I look at the guy who taunted the Minotaur, and I'm like, it was totally you, wasn't it?
And,
Probably.
These guards come running from around the corner down this way, and they huddle around him. So he's got these guards and he says, "This way, come quickly." Oh, did I leave
I
that
waved
door?
to the
Did I leave
half-orc
that
to
door
say,
up?
bye-bye.
I left that door up. Okay, so there I took the door away. Now you can see. He says, "Come this way,"
I see nothing.
and you can't see.
Oh, I can see now.
They direct you this way.
I swear, if this is the Minotaur,
And back down the
I swear.
stairs.
And I ask if someone remembered to close the cell of the Ark.
I say we left it open.
Yeah, she was pretty helpful. I wouldn't have minded forgetting to close it.
Besides that, the bandits don't seem to be totally the bad guys here.
Yeah, if we left it open, I would have given her a wink as we left to be like, yeah.
Oh, don't forget, we don't pay him now because we don't have to pay him. Unless we already did. You didn't pay him, right? You didn't pay him!
He would have taken the payment in advance.
Oh, I'm happy that's not coming out of my pocket.
I didn't agree to
Oh,
pay payment.
I didn't agree to pay it
What's
either.
his name gave you that purse of gold to,
Yeah, that
to
10
pay
gold
them,
purse.
to pay them
Didn't it
with?
just have 10 gold specifically in it?
But you only paid him 5 of it.
So, okay. Again, I'm not paying any dividends for this. What's going on? We're all in this hallway.
Give me a second.
I swear, if the Minotaur got loose and he's coming after us, I hate you so much.
Just get out of the way.
Oh, don't whine, Intricate.
I know, I don't have to whine that much.
I mean, you just have to just minor illusion red things, and he just runs into walls until he gets a concussion.
I don't even know
Oh.
if that's actually a trait of Minotaurs.
I don't either, but it was funny.
It was.
Hey, he ran out my illusion.
Then again, you were taunting him as an illusion.
4, 4, 1.
And he kept on trying to kill the illusion. You're not smart beasts. You're not.
All I'm saying is, I have a shiny, glowing hat. I should look cool. Speaking of which,
4, 4,
Just in case
1, 3, 3.
Are you like one of those glowfish? Like the. You know what I'm talking about? Glowfish?
I have no idea what you're talking about, you crazy person.
Whoa, that's a lot of blue stuff.
That's my light effect from my hat. That's just flavoring the entire area around us.
You should turn your hat off. You're going to be a walking target.
Don't care, leaving it on.
It's like
If I
that.
could, I would make it do raved lights.
All right. So he takes you down down these stairs over here, and then brings you this way.
Back up the stairs.
And
I have no idea where we're going.
He's taking you this. He's taking you down this way to go down another flight of stairs to go back down to the first level. This doesn't exist on this floor.
Do we actually have to walk there? Can't we just say we end up on the floor?
No, because on your way down, a door ahead explodes in a shower of splinters, and a hulking creature with the head of a bull bounds through.
God
the
damn
wreckage.
Yes.
Grant. Why did you do it, Grant?
I love making enemies.
What the hell?
He was gonna break
so
down
we'll say
anyway.
he's right
you know it.
here.
How did he get an axe?
The creature's left leg is fashioned from intricately carved wood, starting just below the knee, resembling an angry man with its arms and hands upraised to support the leg. Rusted chains dangle from around the monster's waist, arms, and shoulders, and a number of crossbow bolts just jut from its bare chest. A jailer, obviously dead, lies limp in its arms.
Well, now we know where the axe came from.
Yeah.
The beast sees you and bellows, "Blood for Walharo!" Tossing aside the broken corpse like little more than a rag doll, it wrenches a massive beam from a nearby wall and strides toward you, striking the beam into its open palm. And then let me get the turn order up, and now we're gonna roll initiative as he rushes you.
I'm taking my owl's turn separate per DM thing.
So for people who haven't played Roll20 before, if you open your character sheet, you should have an initiative button you can click, and that'll automatically add you to the turn order.
Assuming you set up your sheet right.
Yeah, if you didn't, then just type in what your initiative bonus is, and then just hit roll.
Looks like we're all on it. Vegeta Jr., get ready. You're supposedly Wait. You there, fighter guy. Grant? Is that you, Grant?
Yeah, that'd be me.
What's your initiative bonus?
It is 0.
My owl goes first, then.
Alright.
Because it has the highest
Grant's
initiative
first.
modifier. It should be my owl. It has a +1 to initiative.
Okay,
He's
then
got
yeah,
0.
then you're owl.
Who's this guy? The black token.
Alright, let's do this.
The black token is a Goliath. I think he's wielding an axe and a sword. I think.
Yeah, short sword.
What's his
Really
name?
should get your own token.
Well, I should be
party
third then.
man.
I have a +3 dex.
I have +3 dex.
If you both have the same, then you have to choose which between you.
Alright.
I can go
You want
second.
Vane to go first? Okay. So the turn order has to be fixed up a bit.
Who is first?
Okay. So whoever wants to be first, if the owl goes first or Grant.
You can do whatever you want with the
has
owl.
to go first. Okay. I really do want my owl to go first because of its benefits.
All right,
I
owl
know.
goes first. Go ahead.
It's gonna fly up here, slap the Minotaur upside the face for Grant, giving him advantage on his next attack roll against it.
Okay.
His first next attack roll. I'm gonna fly it back.
Oh, because it's got that ability where it doesn't take
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the next person to attack the Minotaur has
No,
advantage.
it's specifically who I designate.
Oh, so who are you
So it's
designating?
Grant,
Grant.
the guy who's going right now.
Okay. Oh, Grant. Okay, go ahead, Grant.
Alright, so I'm gonna step up right here and try to fill the hallway. Bonus action to cast Shield of Faith as soon as my character sheet will respond.
Okay. So you have +2 AC.
And then I'm going to attack the Minotaur.
I give you
the
advantage if you
10
disappoint me.
The 10 and the 9 both miss.
Fair enough.
You make me
Right,
sad.
Vane.
That'll be my turn.
I think Vane said he wanted to go second.
Yeah, isn't it Neocan's turn?
Okay, then Kane.
Alright, I'm going to give a power shot with the sharpshooter. And I guess I missed.
Does 11 hit?
No.
Okay. I looked to Vane and said, "It's a goddamn minotaur."
Alright, Vane.
Quick question: can firebolt destroy items?
Can what?
Firebolt can ignite items that aren't being worn or carried. If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken,
it's only items that aren't worn or carried.
Okay.
would the wood connected to him be considered worn or carried?
Yeah.
Oh, crap! I should have used my elf for something else. Damn it!
I'm just gonna bonfire him then. Bonfire hex would be on here.
Is the minotaur really a 4-block creature?
Yes, it is.
Holy crap!
Nice damage roll.
Wow, 8 damage. That's amazing.
Okay. He gets burned a little bit. It looks painful. Alright, the Minotaur.
Do we skip somebody?
No?
No, you guys got rolled. You rolled lower than him. Alright, he's gonna back up, so you get an attack of opportunity. Grant gets an attack of opportunity.
Nice.
And I will also choose to use a. Can I do that for opportunity attacks? Use
Does it
Divine
take?
Smite.
Does it take
Wait,
an action?
Nicola gets his turn?
Let me read it.
Yeah, I think.
Wasn't
Oh,
Nicola
sure.
the guy that shot at him with the bow?
No.
No, that was me. Nicola, I guess, is the Goliath with the
This one.
X, the black.
Oh,
Yes,
I
that's
thought
Oh
Nicola.
wait, when did that? Oh, did I skip you?
I guess so.
Okay. So yeah, take your turn before he resolves this crit, and I'll look up whether you can use your smite or not.
I'll just move forward and attack. Okay, what do I type to activate my macro?
If you put the stats on your character sheet, you can just use the macro, or you can just type /roll 1d20 plus whatever your modifier is to roll an attack. Okay, the 24 hits. So then you just roll do the same command /roll 1d whatever your die is plus your modifier for damage. And I think you were a dual wielder, right? So you can attack as a bonus action with your offhand.
Yes.
Right. So you catch him with your axe. You catch him right in the chest with your axe, and then you you try to follow it up with a stab from your sword. And you hit with the sword. All right. Ow, that was wow. All right. He backs up, so you would both get an attack. So first you're gonna crit. It doesn't say that smiting is an action, so you can go ahead and smite if you want.
Smite.
Yeah, it just says when you hit. It doesn't say it's an action, so it's just when you hit you can decide to smite.
I think he's talking about rats.
Okay. So how? Well, I guess before this, how weak is the Minotaur?
Oh, am I
Okay.
not revealing his bar?
Oh,
yeah,
I see it now.
I have
It's,
yeah, I'm revealing his bar.
It sort of blended in with the blue. I have color challenge, sorry. So yeah, I'll expend
Oh,
a
color
spell
challenge?
slot.
I will remove this then.
I'll use a spell slot and roll my 4d8 since I critted.
Okay. Yeah, Paladin's critting is just nuts.
Yeah,
So
paladins
it's-
are like when they hit something.
So
it
you roll
hurts.
that plus your damage, right?
Yeah, so 19 slashing plus 16 radiant damage.
Where's the 19? Oh, that's from, yeah, okay, so 19 and then 16,
And it's dead.
so 19, 16, what is that, 40 something?
35.
37.
35, okay. You take your sword and you slash him right across from his shoulder right across his abdomen, and then you're the light radiating off your sword just explodes into his chest, and he staggers back and goes ah, and then he charges you.
Gets bonfire damage.
Yep, he re-entered the bonfire.
Right, so he's got to make a save against that, right?
Yep.
What's the DC?
You beat it.
Okay. Alright, so he charges you. Oh, 24?
That will hit even with shield.
Don't die, Grant. We need you for awesome crits.
I know.
So take 20 damage and make a strength saving throw.
Oh joy.
Does he even have 20 hit points?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Alright, so he gores you, and you're not knocked back, and you're able to push yourself off. You're able to push him back off you, and you stay right there. Vegeta Jr. the Owl.
What?
Why
I
is
haven't
there
taken my
why is there two of them? Okay,
What do you mean, why is there two of them?
there was two Vegeta Juniors.
Oh, weird.
I took one of them out.
Okay.
Jeremy Stern, what is up?
You have to roll the bonfire again, because he ended his turn in the bonfire.
No, it's an or. It's an or.
Yeah.
If he
Or?
enters or ends, so it's not both.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I cast a spell.
That's a lot of damage, holy moly.
Oh my.
4d6. Wow. And you rolled all 5s and 6s.
46. I see 22.
No,
Ah,
four. You rolled 4d6 and you rolled all 5s and 6s.
Yeah, but now
That's
he will
crazy.
But now he will make a save, I know it. I'm absolutely sure. He will save. Yeah.
Okay, so he takes half then, right?
Not the half damage is not the sweet thing about the spell. So.
All right. Anything else?
No, I'm done.
All right, Sind.
Is the Minotaur wearing anything metallic?
No, he's not. He's wearing
Not even the
rags.
shackle?
Burlap rag. Oh,
Would
yeah.
you count
He's got.
shackle?
I guess I'll count the rusty shackles. Yeah.
Sure. Awesome. I will ready my shocking grasp.
Okay.
That's
For
the end
what?
of my turn.
What are you readying for? Oh, you.
I'm readying my
okay.
shocking
I know what
grasp.
you. Yeah, I know what you're doing. Okay. Vegeta Jr. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go up here, help intent Grant, so he gets his first attack will be at advantage. Then Vegeta Jr. is gonna use his reaction to deliver my shocking grasp,
Yep. Okay. Go ahead.
which, according to you, will be at advantage. Hold on, just gotta find the spell.
Attack roll.
Yeah, I saw the initiative order and I was
19.
like, oh, look
3.
who goes next. I know what's happening. You hit, and you shock him and disable his reactions.
Yep. And Vegeta Jr. flies back. His turn's over
and
too.
You're giving advantage to who, Grant?
Grant, the paladin.
All right, Grant, you're up.
All right, we're swinging for the fences, boys. And I assume that hits. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to use my last spell slot.
Here, one quick question. Can I say anything on other people's turns, or...
Yeah, sure.
It's a free action.
Grant, I need some space to shoot. Can you, like, move aside after you're done?
After I notice what the owl just did, I'm going to take a step over here.
Thank you.
And then I'll end my turn, I guess.
All right. Okay, Nicola.
Same action.
Okay, that hits. He's not looking too good.
And one more for the sword.
You got him. You guys are just destroying this guy.
Nice.
As soon as you say that.
Yeah, you had to say it.
Commentator's curse.
All right. So that was your standard, or that was your action and bonus action. Kane is up.
Alright, I walk down here. And I'm going to give a normal shot with the ball.
That's the question.
And
You
I
need
hope
to line of fire.
18 hits.
and that's it.
All right, Vane. He's
question.
he's full of arrows. He's got a big gaping
Yeah.
gash across his
That's
chest.
a question. Can I take... Do bonus actions go before or after a regular action, or can I choose?
It depends on how the ability is worded. Most abilities, it doesn't matter what order it. But if the ability says that you can take this as a bonus action after taking an attack, then you gotta do the attack first.
Okay, I need to look up what Quicken does.
Quicken just lets your thing take the bonus action without any disregard.
Right, but when you cast a spell as a bonus action, the only other spell you can cast that turn is a cantrip.
Yeah, I'm planning to either cast the cantrip first or the Quicken spell first. Like, is there any difference?
I
Or- or-
think you can just cast the cantrip first and then decide later if you want to cast the spell.
Yeah, okay. So I want a firebolt first. That was a 7,
Ooh, that's
so
a
it
miss.
misses.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna Quicken. Magic Missile.
Okay. Roll that damage. What level spell is it?
Level 1.
Level 1? Okay.
Should finish him off. On the spell.
Alright, so pop, pop, pop. You get him with, what is that, 11 force damage?
Yes.
Alright, and he is not at 6. And yeah, he staggers back and then drops to the ground, lifeless.
Good work, Vegeta Jr. Good work.
I look around for Beverick and being like, see what he's doing with all this commotion.
Yeah, where was that guy? In the guards.
Yeah,
You
where
okay,
were
Grant?
the guards?
You look a little bit injured there.
Quick, someone specialized in healers. Oh, wait, we don't.
Yeah. Should probably heal Grant.
No. No. Not a healer. Leave me alone.
All right. So you took out the minotaur, and Brevik is very impressed, and he says, "All right, this way," and starts leading you down the stairs.
Is there
And,
a reward?
Did you guys say you were trying to really that you were taking what's her name, or trying to just
No.
hoping that they left her in the cell?
Is there any
or they
possible
left the cell
way
open?
for me to like cut off one of the horns from the Minotaur?
It'd probably take some time.
Okay, can I take a teeth? Or tooth?
You could probably jab a dagger in his mouth and pry out one of his teeth. Sure.
I want to take a canine.
But yeah, we weren't going to prevent the half-orc from leaving, but weren't going to like cut her loose or whatever if she was
It's not our job to
Right.
right.
Yeah. They.
Secure.
I'm gonna say they kind of forgot to lock her up after moving her there, but she's not with you.
Okay.
She's a bandit.
Right.
She'll find a way.
So you come down the stairs, and then you start making your way toward the next level down. And ahead of you, you see a dwarf jailer struggling with one of the Grimshackle brothers. The jailer holds his boss in a headlock, a short sword pressed to the halfling's throat. Another jailer stands in their way, waving a spear at the hostage taker. "Back off, or I'll slit the halfling's throat," the traitor growls.
Oh, I'm guessing we couldn't walk straight through them then.
No, they're sort
Whoops.
of standing in the way.
Where are they?
Okay.
So we'll say they're here, and you guys are coming up. You guys are coming up this way.
All right.
So this guy's got a knife to the halfling's neck.
Yep.
Which halfling?
The other brother of Bevik. That's Bevik's brother.
Vivik's the gatekeeper, right?
Bevik is one of the two Grimshackle brothers. He's with you now. He's this one, and he's got the dwarf has his brother Ukharim with a knife pressed to his throat.
Dwarf, I thought he was a halfling.
No, the dwarf has the halfling in a headlock.
Vivek was the one at the gate, right? And the door?
Yes,
aspects from
Bevik was the one that was at the door, and he's with you now. He's right here, and he says that's his brother that he has that the dwarf has.
Does the dwarf look healthy?
Yeah, he looks pretty. He looks pretty like a pretty weathered combatant.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to fly my owl over there to start clawing at him to see if I can get that. You said a halfling, right?
Yeah.
See if I can give the halfling an advantage on escaping his grasp. If I can I'd also cast Shocking Grasp off my owl while it's trying to help him to incentivize the distraction.
Okay, so you're sending your owl to do a help
Help
action
intent?
to
So
help
it
intent
can-
for who?
To help the halfling escape the grasp.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And also deliver Shocking Grasp before flying back.
Okay. So let me roll for. I'll roll for the halfling
dwarf, right?
unless somebody else wants to do something first.
No. There's a Shocking deck. With advantage if the combatant dumps Shocking is in metal. If not, then I'm just going to shock him as an incentive to focus on the owl. Or if it fails, doesn't matter. Waiting for that roll.
Alright, so that's his escape roll.
+1?
It's not a very nimble halfling then, is it?
Aren't escapes usually okay with?
So they tied.
I don't know what happens.
Of course
with
they tie.
Can't you escape with Dex?
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Oh, I'm
Okay,
guessing
but
his
who,
strength is like negative.
who wins in a tie? Who set the DC? No.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
But
These rolls are good.
I think in a tie one of them wins. So we don't need to reroll, I think.
Right, it's whoever sets the DC.
Who's setting the DC in an escape attempt?
The dwarf.
Okay, so he escapes. He escapes just to the side of the dwarf, just in time for you
open up.
guys. Just in
I'm gonna-
time for you guys to cut him into a million pieces. Assuming you guys take him out.
Sure.
Good job, Vegeta Jr. You're worth every penny.
Initiative or?
No, it's 6 of you guys versus him. He's not good enough to take on 6 of you at once. You guys make short work of him.
Okay.
Well, can't I just point my longbow at him and say surrender?
Yeah, if you guys are just gonna try to intimidate him to get by, or if you're gonna attack him, or however you're gonna handle it.
I think we should let the Grimshackle brothers decide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Right.
don't care. And I say you would have got away with it too.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for this pesky out.
Bevik signals to these 2 guards. He says, "Take him, and throw him on the top level." So they haul him away, but then he says, "All right, continue on," and he's got one of the other guards in tow, and he starts leading you out this way down the stairs. And then you
always want
eventually
Bevik.
come out to this area here, and you're at the front gate.
Hooray.
Free! Yeah, free.
Wait a minute, I want compensation. I helped them a lot. We could have just left. We had no obligations to help anyone here. Well, other than killing the Minotaur because they wanted to kill Grant.
Hey man, you know, you got to make things interesting.
Brent's a paladin. Don't worry.
All right, so it's total chaos inside the prison, and as soon as you leave, the door shuts and is barred behind you, and these guards out here take up defensive positions in their watch posts behind the crenellations, and they direct you to leave before it gets ugly. You don't want to be a part of this.
Whatever, man, that was fun.
But now our paladin has no spells.
I still got lay on hands. I can be fighting for a while.
Okay.
Did
Right,
you
um,
steal the
You're
money
kind of
back?
missing 20 health.
Forget.
So you successfully escaped from the prison.
That's
And,
right. I would have tried to steal from the halfling to get our money back, especially considering how poor the situation went. But I don't think I had the time.
All right. So you're outside the prison, and up the road, you will encounter Braden Yill waiting for you.
We'll give him the lowdown of what happened and explain to him that there's a meeting between the 2 bandit guilds, parties, whatever you want to call them. We know the location.
I also want to ask if it's true that the bandit leader of I forget what they're called again. Man, I keep
The
forgetting.
Grey
The great
Patriots.
teacher.
If the Grey Patriots really are just people who did their jobs well and got fired because of corruption.
He says that's certainly a story that people have told. I don't know anything about what really happened. All I know is that he was.
I query if
that-
maybe the bandits aren't actually bandits and the ones stealing from you are actually the black something.
Black Fist?
No,
Because
no,
they
it
seem
is most definitely the Grey Patriot.